Good morning, everyone. I guess if you're in the US, good morning. Anywhere else, good afternoon, good evening. Um, Welcome back to my stitching live with me. I am still going to be working on the same project. I guess maybe sometimes I'll switch it out, but for the most part, this is what I'm going to be working on. So you'll get to see the progress that I make slowly but surely. So to get into that project, I am working on Curiosity. The artwork is by Amy Brown. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I see fuzz everywhere. And this is my progress so far. I am doing this on 28 count even weave. And if I remember correctly, the color was Antique Rose. And I currently have 57,233 stitches in it. And my goal every day is to get 250 stitches in it, because sometimes if I get more, that's okay, because I'm trying to average it, because obviously there are some days that I cannot stitch as much. Or if it's very confetti heavy, like up here in the leaves, it is slow going. So I don't always get 250 in when I'm working on the leaves. The current stitches that I've put in today is 33. So I've got a ways to go. I was a little bit distracted and busy this morning. And yeah, let's see. Oh, I told you I have 57,233 stitches done. The total on this piece will be 177,188 stitches. So I am at 32.3% complete on this one, making progress. I do go page by page. I started in the bottom left-hand corner and kind of worked my way. Oh, I'm backwards. I was doing this. I started here and then would go like this. But it did get more complicated once I got up here, because as you can see, the fairy is very detached. So there is some area up in this upper diagonal part that I haven't stitched yet that I am going to make my way into now that I've made it to her foot, which was a comfortable counting distance for me, rather than, because I don't have gridded fabric, rather than trying to figure it out and messing up the count. This was a much smaller distance. Fingers crossed I haven't messed it up. I did get most of her foot in. There's still a few stitches within there. So yes, her foot is done. Well, no, that's not true. It's not done. I wonder why the lighting looks like it does today. But anyway, that is what it is. And I'm going to go ahead and get stitching. So here we go. I'm going to start up my music, my Spirit City Lo-Fi. I was doing Halloween sounds, but just wasn't in the mood for that today. So I just did some regular lo-fi stuff. Right now, I am going to be starting on the color 919, kind of this great orange color, which fits the Halloween vibes I'm feeling right now. Although still my favorite color is the blue. Roll this up, get this out of the way, and here we go. I do have my dog snoozing beside me if you hear the snoring. The kitten already did come up and knock a few things off, so he may be done for the day. For my stitching in this piece, and probably most pieces going forward unless something happens, it is kind of strange that it's a yearly charge. I am using Markup RXP, which I do like. I'm not sure, when he was or whoever was still developing it, I could understand that it was a yearly charge to kind of give you the support and all the things you needed with it. But it is a little strange to me that it's a yearly charge when they're not changing the app ever. So I guess we'll see if I stick with it. I know Pattern Keeper is available for, I believe it's free or a one-time charge. I don't know. But I do have an iPhone that I use for my patterns. And I've also heard of Saga. So I do know that's out there as well. But I am very sleepy today, so we'll see how chatty I end up being, because I woke up this morning with allergies. Have taken an allergy pill, so hopefully you won't have too much sniffling and snuffling from me today. We'll try to mute myself if I start sneezing, because oh boy, has it been a sneeze fest today. So I'm pretty sleepy today. I don't know how you're feeling today. I have some tea here. I've already had a cup of coffee, a cup of chai, because I've been up forever. Now I have, I think it's pomegranate and something tea. Oh, there goes a fire truck right by the house. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, pomegranate and I don't remember. It's very tangy. Yeah. You know what? I have to blow my nose real quick. I will be right back. Live at its best. Oh, goodness. But believe me, you didn't want to hear that. I'm just saying. All right, let's cut this little tail. Thread secure. I feel. No, we're good. I'm trying to keep it in frame. We'll see how good I am, because I have I pull it back because that's where I naturally work on it. I'm still looking at, obviously it will take some time, how I can make this a better setup so that I can naturally stitch and you can see it, and we can enjoy our time together. I was also thinking this morning as I ate my breakfast how strange it is that we're so strict, you know, as I don't know if that's the right word, but breakfast foods and what you can eat for breakfast. You know, you can have breakfast foods all day. There's all day breakfast. But people look at you funny if you have a cheeseburger for breakfast. So this morning, and yes, I'm strange, and yes, I know it, I had leftover, like, it's a we call them chicken patty sandwiches, but they're not. They're plant-based, and they just taste like chicken. I had one of those for breakfast with some roasted vegetables. And I'm just sitting there, and I know my family thinks I'm strange. I know a lot of people think I'm strange, but it really just doesn't. It's so weird to me that there's specific breakfast foods. That's just odd. That being said, I do love breakfast foods. That's probably why there's breakfast all day breakfast, because breakfast foods are so good. Then we're going to round the corner into lunchtime. And why do we not eat vegetables for breakfast very much? It's odd. I ever sit and think to myself, I want to have some broccoli for breakfast. All right, I'm going to blow my nose again. I would be curious what everyone eats for breakfast that might be considered strange. Or if you're a traditional breakfast person, you just always eat breakfast foods at breakfast. What's your favorite breakfast food? I waver. It changes. I think one thing that I love about oatmeal is that you can dress it up in lots of different ways and make it taste different. Some eggs and bacon are really good. You know when you do have vegetables for breakfast is in omelets. That's an acceptable vegetable breakfast. Of course, some people might not be eating breakfast right now. Oh man, fingers crossed that all this is in the right place. So originally when I was doing this, these plates were kind of scales, I don't know, were kind of floating because of how everything connects and attaches and the page divisions. And I was so nervous about it. I talked about switching my technique and going the other direction, but for some reason my brain just really didn't want to do that. So I went ahead and kind of went into this middle portion. You see this little line right here and made sure that these plates connected properly with the counts of the rest of the dragon. Ugh, I was so nervous that I had done all of this work and was going to have to rip it out. So I guess it still could be off, but for me to miscount 2 times or more would be very unfortunate. I wouldn't put it past me, but now I'm having that same, oh, look at this, there's a starter thread. I'm having that same sensation with this foot in that, oh man, I sure hope it's in the right place. So what I'm probably going to do now that I have this well established is I'm thinking I'm just going to go up the dragon and then the fairy connects over here as well. And I'm going to go up a page even and go all the way up into, because I don't know if you can, there she's got like the tips of her wings kind of come up near the dragon's snoot, but the bottom of it, if I could get that all connected and just make sure that it all lines up with the stuff over here, I will just be as happy as a kitten in a box. Oh gosh. Speaking of kittens, the kitten was on fire yesterday. He was being such a stinker. Pestering everybody, knocking everything off, just being a general stinker. We had to rescue our older cat, and I put him in the room with me and shut the door so the kitten couldn't get to him. And he just slept the day away, the older cat did, pleased as punch. Strange saying. I wonder where pleased as punch came from. I do like these blocks of color. It just feels like the stitching is flying and you can see so much progress. There was a point yesterday where I was like, I can see the foot, I can see the tights. But usually when you've got just 1 or 2 stitches, oof. And I put in 1 stitch this morning. I can't even tell you where it is now. It is one of those colors that was, off-white. Pretty much exactly matches the fabric. I could have never put that in and literally nobody would know, including myself. I could have marked that off and never known. Oh man, I sure do wish my nose would stop running. I put on my name, I'm Ayikika. And Fiber Dragon is kind of what I decided for my YouTube channel. Because I was knitting and I was crocheting and I love dragons. They're one of my favorite things ever. Which is why I picked this piece, because I thought the dragon just looked so lovely. And also why I'm eventually going to get to Dragons of the Sabbat. Because how can you be sad at multiple dragons in one piece? I'm also very tempted, and I wish I could remember the artist. I'm sure it will come to me when I'm not trying to think of it. But he does all the drink dragons, and the hot chocolate dragon is just about the cutest thing I've ever seen. And there was another one that was obviously, I have looked at several dragon cross stitches, and I wish I could do them all, every single one of them. But there's one, it's like, I think it was called Make a Wish. And it was this little dragon, this little black dragon, and he was holding a dandelion. And he had blown on it, and the dandelion had caught fire. And it's so stinking cute, but it would be a lot of dark stitches. So I was trying to decide if that would be a good choice. And then there's the dragon laying on the books that looks kind of antique with all the beautiful flowers around it. I thought that would be really pretty. Where am I going to put all these dragons? I don't know. Am I going to have time to stitch all these dragons? No. But I can dream. I can dream. I like this color. It's very easy to see where I'm working and what I've finished, even when I get distracted, which I tend to do. Hey, hi, nice to see you today. Hi, Nancy. How's it going? You were the one that was around when I was doing a lot of my knitting and crocheting stuff, weren't you? Your name looks familiar to me. Either way, it's good to see you today, too. Yeah, I kind of fell off the face of the earth, especially during the summer. Having the kids home during the day and the noise level in my home is bonkers sometimes. I got a nice little knot, so I'm going to try and get this out real fast. There we go. Hey, it is you. Well, it's good to see you, and I'm glad you're doing well. I wish I had a little notification thing for, like, I can see that chats come up. I just wish that it would make a noise so that I knew that it had happened. I don't know how long you were chatting with me. Are you working on anything, Nancy? I always have these big plans of all these different projects that I'm doing. I don't know if you remember the mermaid blanket that I was working on for my sister. Her birthday's coming. I was so smug. I was like, I have so much time to finish this blanket. And her birthday is next month, and I am not done. I am not done. It's only, oh, okay. You're just some socks. I don't think socks are a just some. I love making socks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to show you the blanket at some point. It doesn't look very different. I'm still just working on the main piece of it, but it cracks me. I really do want to try and get it done for her birthday, but part of me is sitting here thinking, but if I get it done by Christmas, that'll be okay. But yeah, I think socks are great. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoy making them. Yeah, they're very satisfying to make. Do you ever get stuck on Sock Island? I almost had that problem once, but I didn't quite have it happen. Sock Island is like not finishing or not stopping. Oh, that's a good question. I always thought of Sock Island as you make one sock and then never end up making the second sock. Because your brain is like, well, I finished it, so I don't need to make another one. But I guess it could be referred to as all you make is socks. But no, the way I meant it was never finishing that second sock. I guess if you get stuck on Sock Island, it's still fairly trendy, I think, to wear mismatched socks. So you would just be in the trend. Oh, most of the time you start the second one before you're done with the first. Oh, that's fancy. I'm impressed with that. I didn't. Do you do them both at once? Are they on the same needles, or do you have separate needles that you do them on? I don't mean to be distracting you too much from your crafting. I don't know. Sorry. I just have so many questions. Let me mark off my... Oh, you do them on separate needles. Okay. So you're just really good at it then. That's really cool. That's a good idea. That probably really keeps you from getting stuck on Sock Island. You do a cuff. Oh, so you finish a whole cuff and then you start the next one. Uh-oh, the kitten's coming. He's gonna knock something over. You coming? Here he comes. Come on. Just don't knock over my drink, okay? You started making them last year. Socks in general? Or... No, don't play with that. That's not yours. Come on, kitten. Last time he tried to do this, he knocked stuff off the desk and scared the dog. Are you coming? Come on. I made room. Come on. He's just staring at me. Oh, you just started making socks last year? Wow. That's so cool. I am actually wearing some socks that I made while on the channel. They are, they're the ones that I had to finish after the accident, so now I wear them all the time, and yeah. You didn't want to not make the second sock, so you started doing them that way. That's brilliant. It's such a good idea. I don't know why that never occurred to me. It was finish one sock before you well, I guess I'd seen people making two socks at once, so in my mind it was one or the other. I think because I'm getting pretty far into the next page, I'm going to do this so that it's a little bit staggered. Hiya. And then I will do this. I haven't made any socks for a while. I've been working on the blanket. Like, I've been doing almost zero knitting because I've been trying to get the stitches done on this. Just a personal goal, not for anything fancy. And I am a very slow cross stitcher, as you can see. Yes, it is. I was afraid I couldn't hit, but I made a couple pairs for my mother-in-law and brother and sister-in-law. Sister and brother, and they all fit. They all fit. My first pair of socks was terrible. They were different sizes. That's amazing, Nancy. I can't believe that. That's so cool. Sounds like you are a natural talent at knitting. What a cool hobby that you found. You're gonna lay on all the fish tank stuff? Does this seem like the best idea, kitten? That's not really a kitten basket. Come here. You're gonna break things. Oh, yeah. Little stinker pants is trying to break things. Case in point. Now we're knocking off. Oh my gosh. Hey, you. Stop knocking things off. So fiery. Let's see. You just used their shoe size and went to the chart to see how long that is in inches and went from there. You know, your brain must work really well that way, because I tried that and it did not work for me. I made terrible socks. I think it was even the first 2 pairs did not fit me. I did finally figure it out, but I had to watch several YouTubers to get it figured out, to be fair. I just could not on my own. You distracted me, kitten, and I lost where I was. Yes, he is a new addition. We got him in the spring. He was a tiny little nugget, and you're gonna break this. And he looked like a bobblehead because his head was so big compared to the rest of his body. And it was interesting because he was so fluffy, you couldn't tell that he was underweight until you picked him up. So, and obviously he is more fluffy. And I can tell you he is not underweight anymore. Yes, YouTube is phenomenal for crafting. It's just absolutely amazing. So, highly recommend. Yeah, you helping? Thank you. Do not steal my thread, you stink pot. All right, I am changing colors to 400. No, don't help. All right, dusky orange. We're looking at a dusky orange. So I was thinking, Nancy, about kind of shifting into these lives and just doing these for a little while. We'll see if they work. How do you feel about that? He is going to start typing. He often does things on my computer that I can't figure out how to undo because he's pushing buttons. He does it while I'm gaming. One thing he's really good at is finding the screenshot button as well. I have multiple screenshots stored on my computer of absolutely nothing. And he was being like, he doesn't normally come visit me during the day when I'm just hanging out, but I think he can sense when I'm streaming and just wants to be here. You like the lives, okay. Oh, you watch a few podcasts that do this weekly. That's cool. I've been watching, Slow Stitch Yogi is the one that inspired, I can't stitch on screen with you there. That is the one that inspired me to try this. No claws in the fabric, please. she's great at streaming stitches, and her camera's really up close so you can really see her stitches. It's beautiful. But I do watch some people play video games live. I don't watch many crafters live. Maybe because it's such a slow process. I don't know. Buddy. Yeah. Yeah, that's you. No claws. You're going to get kicked off. You are. You're going to get kicked off. Why are you being so spicy today? And yesterday. You don't normally bite me. Hey, that's enough. Do I need to kick you off? Do you need to play? I definitely have lost track where I am. You are a very distracting little kitten. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, they do that live? They talk about their whips and their finished objects live? Well, that's different. Excuse me, sir. I wanted to show you guys what I'm working on, but I can't because somebody is a pain in the butt. Okay. Okay, you. Come here. Say goodbye. You gotta go sit on the floor. I love you. Yes, I do. Maybe he does like my voice. Maybe he just likes to be a stinker. Whatever the case, you gotta go on the floor. I know. I'm so mean to you. Okay, back on track. Ooh, the chair creaking. All right. His name is Buddy? No. His name is Phoenix. I had no say in the name. One of the kiddos named him because technically he is one of the kiddos' cats. And I would say he's a mama's boy, but he does love the kids. So when they are about to he's learned the school schedule now. And when they are about to get home from school, he'll wait by the front door because they'll just walk in the door and pick him up and start snuggling him, and he loves it. He's very used to getting a lot of attention. And I like the name Phoenix, but it's probably not what I would have chosen. But it had some good meaning because he liked the orange and the fire and getting a second chance at life because we got him from the shelter. So lots of meaning. But him being under a year old still leaves some challenges. Aw, you love cats too. That's good. I do. I have 2 dogs. The white and brown one is here sleeping right beside me. She's getting to be an old girl. And the all black one, I don't know where she is. at the moment. She is often in here with me, but not right now. Off doing her own thing. So you're asking, they all get along? For the most part, yes. The cats and the dogs are all fine with each other. The two cats are both male, and like I said, the oldest cat is very old, and obviously our newest cat is under a year, so they've had some kerfuffles, but they are getting to a point where they can be in the same room together about half the time and not start bickering. So our oldest cat, before we moved to South Carolina, he could go outside all the time. So he's used to being able to go outside. So we still let him out here because he's street savvy and knows to stay close by, things like that. But the youngest cannot go outside. First of all, because there's just rules in the neighborhood and things like that. And he doesn't know how to survive out there. So, luckily, the old one can go outside if he needs a break. But, oh, the kitten almost pushed my microphone off. But, it is getting colder, so I'm not entirely sure how much longer he's going to want to go outside to get away from the kitten. The joys of parent pethood. Wait, pethood parent? Wait. You know what I mean. And I'm really glad we got the kitten. He brings, oh no, don't have a knot. He brings a lot of joy. But it's also, I always forget when you get a young pet how much energy they are. They just take so much energy. It's kind of crazy. You know, I've been thinking too, I kind of have been wanting to make socks again, but I have got to get these other projects done. I have to get that blanket done. And the hats for my nephews. Oh, my dragon is going to be so nice. Thank you. That's so kind of you to say that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's fun to see it emerge. If I could be this focused on dragons all the time, I would definitely... I don't know why I've always liked dragons. It doesn't really make sense, does it, with the lore of dragons? Although some of the newer stuff, lots of people are friends with dragons, aren't they? I actually just got a sticker. It says, it's just a silhouette of a dragon, and it says, "We don't eat our allies." And I thought that was perfect. What did I just stitch? Okay, I see. Do I see? I think I already marked it off. Okay. This is fine. Everything is fine. Are you using the same colors for what? Am I using the same colors for the hats? I've I've got another knot. I wonder if I get this many knots when I'm not streaming and I just don't notice because I'm the whole picture. So I don't know if you've done cross stitch before, but it comes with a chart, and they give you all the colors that it uses. So it should be all the same colors, roughly speaking. They try to get it as close to the original image as possible. And the only thing that I intend to change is the fairy's ear, because I just don't, it is extra long and pointy, which is not the image I have in my head of fairies. So I'm just going to stitch hair where her ear is and hope that it still looks okay. But other than that, it should be all the charted colors, which, you know, it was not a kit, no, but it is a PDF file. So it didn't come with all the colors, but it does tell you which colors to use. Did you say we don't need our allies? Allies. It does sound the same, like A-L-L-I-E-S, ally. Although it sounds almost exactly the same as owl eyes. That makes less sense, but it is probably more funny. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the delay between what I'm saying and what you're hearing, but yeah. Oh gosh. So yeah, it just comes. Let me see if I can show you really quick. I know it's weird, the screen on screen things. So what it does is it's a PDF, and it gives you the pattern with all these symbols, and all the symbols are assigned to colors. And then in the key, it gives you the DMC. So I'm using DMC. So all my colors will be exact matches to what they suggest. And then you just do that. And then I can go through and highlight which colors that I'm working on. Like I'm currently working on that right there. I don't know if you can see it. And then I can mark off which ones I've done, which is all the filled in colors, and all the black and whites are ones that I still need to do. And then this area over here that doesn't have any symbols, there's no stitches there. So when I say all of these flosses were purchased, well, at one point or another. They were pulled from stash, most of them. I had to go get a couple, but I think I've mentioned before that, yeah, I figured you knew what a PDF was, but yeah, it's the pattern loaded into the, but I do live with my mother-in-law, and she cross stitches. So she already had an extensive number of, there's kitty fuzz all over my project now. She had an extensive number of the flosses already. So I was very lucky in that when I decided to restart doing cross stitch, because I used to do it when I was younger, but I had kind of stopped for a very long time. But it was very easy to get back into the hobby and not a huge financial investment, because she already had most of what I needed, including the hoop. She had needles, but I ended up getting my own needles that I prefer. Oh, you meant to say you haven't seen a PDF before of cross stitch. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of them, not all, because they do come as kits, which are great if you're starting out, because then they come with the colors that you need. But a lot of cross stitch is just a PDF that's sold to you, and it doesn't come with anything else. And you can do with that what you will. I know some folks like to change colors to fit how they envision it. Some folks stitch it straight as it is. I would say probably most folks do that. Or you make tiny changes. I've made a couple tiny changes. I said I was going to do the ear, which I'm not to yet. But also in a couple of these vines, they weren't connected. So I would add, there would just be an empty space. And I think that has something to do with the charting method. So I would just add in some stitches to make them all connected. Simple fix in that case, in my opinion. What did I do here? I'm not sleepy, you're sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I should probably have a sip of my tea. It's not caffeinated though. I'm trying to be good and only have so much caffeine in the day. It's kind of an interesting thing about getting older is caffeine affects your body so much differently. I think that this was a good section to stitch on stream. Like, it has really filled in. And luckily I can get distracted. They're not super light colors. Although I do see a little hole right here. Oh no, it's supposed to be there. That's a different color. Okay, phew. So there's some mistakes that I make that okay. I'm gonna frog those out and make it correct. Otherwise, it's gonna be lost forever. And then there's some mistakes that I've made where I say, oh, that's fine, we'll just leave it. I'll put in the wrong color, or it'll be one little square off. So like I said, if it's one little square off in like a big pot of colors, I'll usually just leave it, not pull it out. But if it's one little square off and I'm basing all my other stitches off of it, have to fix it. Oh, Nancy, thank you so much for stopping by. It was so good to see you again. And I hope to see you again. It's so cool that you were here. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. My laugh. I do laugh. All right, thank you. Yeah, it's great to start my day off with some stitches, hopefully get close to my goal of 250 every day. Oh man, I would love that. All right, I don't want to go too far. I kind of want to feather the edge here. So I want to stop one stitch in, which is where I am stopping. Not the stream or this color, but just in that row. I'm still working the color 400, this dusky orange. I wonder, do you call these scales on the dragon plates? I want to call them plates just because of how they're laying. I don't know what they would be. I got another knot on the back, believe it or not. Oh my goodness. Another knot. Holy moly. Here we go. Here we go. Hiya. Perfect. Knot fixed. The knot is fixed. It's not fixed. Oh goodness. That was so cool that Nancy stopped by. She was watching me. I was posting about my knitting and things, and it's just so cool. Alright, 4 stitches in this row. Here we go. I wonder, I should have asked if you all can hear that music that I'm hearing. I need to figure that out too. So many, it's so easy. Well, it's not easy to just get started, but it is easy to hit the live stream button. It is not easy to get it right, is it? There's so many things. My husband just popped in with the kitten. I have a feeling he was out there causing trouble too. Not the kitten, the precious angel. Okay, I think I'm gonna make a jump with this color, even though I've only got a little bit of thread left, because I'm moving further into the next page, and I don't want to get too far into the next page. Here we go. Okay. Mark up. So now I'm going to jump up into this section up here. The big thread along the back. I decided a while ago that if it's only one block over, or the equivalent of one block, about 10 or so stitches, sometimes a little bit more, I'll just drag the thread on these nearly full coverage pieces. On my other piece, I don't drag the thread at all, even if it's like 1 stitch away. But if there's a gap, like here, I would never drag this color. If they were the same, I would never drag this color to over here. The music has some very jazz vibes right now. I feel like my nose is running like crazy. All right, mark up. I think I'm pretty good at talking to myself. I wonder sometimes how often I do it and I don't even realize it, and I just seem a little crazy. Does everybody talk to themselves? I don't know. Are some people just better at hiding it? I talk to myself all the time, just throughout the day. Look at that. I'm stitching. Oh, it's kind of on screen. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Would love to set up a different camera. We should get a sleeping doggo cam, because she's usually by my side sleeping. Just click it on every once in a while. There's the doggo. That'd be awesome. Ooh, this thread is getting short. I'm gonna have to change colors soon. I'm kind of past the point where I've got the big chunks of stitching with the same color. Unfortunate. I think this is the last couple stitches I'm going to be able to squeeze out of this thread. And there we go. I think I will end this one by pinning it down. I hear the clickety-clack of little black dog coming towards me. You can come in, Molly. All right, that's the end of 400. Molly, come here. Good girl. Good girl. You go. Other doggo. 2 doggo cams. Oh, I wasn't on 400. I was on 919. Uh-oh. I know I was on 400. Hopefully I didn't just stitch all the wrong color. I don't think I did. But if I did, I can't tell, so moving forward. There's my grandfather clock. I wonder if you can hear that. Take a sip of my tea real fast. I wonder. Hello? Hello? Yeah? Interesting. One moment, please. Alright. There we go. Okay, oh, maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. There's just a few kind of single ninja stitches that I have to get done. Well, might as well. They have to get done. There's only 8 of this color on this page, and they are all where? Further up. Alright, well, I will just do this one because I'm not going to count up that far to get to the others. 902. Oh, it's kind of like a purpley wine color. No, not burgundy. I picture burgundy more red than that. Do you find maybe some colors are not easier than others? I wonder if it has something to do with the dyeing process. That makes some of them, you know, just more prone to tangle. Maybe it wrecks the fibers a little bit more because they're cotton threads, so I don't know. That is a question for someone that has a different skill set than I do. Oh, you cursed thread. Get in that needle. Yeah, there we go. I still need to get over to the library and get my stuff sorted out so that I can get audiobooks. Because I think I do enjoy just sitting and reading, but since I picked up knitting several years ago, I hadn't been reading as much. Now, I had gotten to the point where I could knit and read at the same time. But I don't think, and I couldn't really do it with crochet unless it was a super easy pattern. I don't think that's even an option with cross stitch, unless I'm listening to audiobooks. I don't know how you could read and do this at the same time. I did used to say that about knitting, but I don't think it's possible. So if there is someone who cross stitches and reads at the same time, I need to meet you and find out how your brain works. How do you do it? That was it, the one stitch for 902. Next, we're moving on to, not that one. There we go. 976. 976. Okay, it's like a pumpkin orange, which that's not saying much, is it? Because pumpkins come in a lot of orange colors. It's like a light pumpkin. That one feels too small. How many stitches? 16? Well, you know what? Let's try. Because they're not all in the same spot. I'm not going to be doing them. Pumpkin latte color? Pumpkin puree color? Pre-baked pumpkin pie color? What's a good... Let's do this for all the colors, shall we? Just give tons of random descriptors that probably don't help at all. Okay. Oh, this one might be troublesome to figure out because I stitched the little single stitch that made it easy to find. Oh, phooey. All right, well, if I come down here, that's that row. Okay. So it's just, oh boy, oh boy. So that's, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here. Because that is the, okay. So this one would be a stitch, and this one's going to be my first stitch. Oh, no. No. I did it wrong. Pull it out. Of course it's not going to come out. Okay, release. Release the Kraken. Here we go. That's a stitch, and this is my first stitch. Oh, I'm going rogue, hopefully. It's where it actually goes. It's not. I might be the only one that knows. Oh, I just hit the microphone. the drama. Oh, and then the thread came out. Do you see the high intensity streaming I'm doing? The hitting the microphone, losing the thread, getting the stitch in the wrong place. You can't make this stuff up, man. This is... Oh, and I've got the sniffles. I tell you what, my allergies in the fall are something to behold. I'm just not going to thread the needle well today. It's obviously something I'm doing. Oh, I almost got it. There we go. There we go. All right, I try to make it so that you don't have to listen to my allergies. Can't imagine that would be very pleasant for anyone. I know I would not enjoy it personally. Of course, everyone is human, but I don't need to hear that on the stream. Look at all this cat fur. Oh my gosh. That's what he did. He just got up on the desk and left cat fur everywhere. There was somebody that I was watching. It is just a great debate, like what you do with the cat fur. Some people have tweezers to get it out. Some people like pick it up and stitch it in. I don't know about all that. And some people are just like, well, if it's there, it's there. That's probably my it'll be there anyway, no matter what I do. I'm never going to get rid of all of it with all the animals. There's no way. There is no way. All right, I guess this is the moment of truth where I found out if I put it in the right spot. So I'm skipping 4, and it'll be the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be this one. So this isn't the moment of truth. It'll be in the next couple of stitches. I do want to cut that tail because it's in my way now. I always like to have my needle and thread underneath when I cut the tail because I can't tell you how many times, somehow by magic, I cut the thread that I'm working. I don't even know how. Try to be so careful. All right, skip 1, and that's 1 over. Hiya. It's like I'm a D&D character attacking the fabric. Hiya. I think I crit it. I think I crit. It's in the right spot, ladies and gentlemen. Floofs and non-floofs. I did. I put it in the right spot. Yay. Now, if only I could find out if her foot was in the right spot. Oh, boy. All right, mark these off. And then we head over here. was saying before that I had fallen off the face of the planet. I was doing a lot of knitting and crocheting, and that was kind of what my channel was. And I still loved it, but after my accident, I was experiencing a lot of pain in my arms when I was knitting, and it had gotten to the point where I was having so much pain I couldn't even, and I was just getting frustrated and angry because I just couldn't even sit down for a session and do it. So I felt like I wasn't making any progress, and then I started cross-stitching again. Didn't experience the pain, so that was good. But man, it is a slow and steady burn type of hobby. It does not move quickly. This piece, if I am focused and get the 250 stitches done average for the day, I will finish this in March of 2027. So, you know, it's a commitment. I'm currently on track to finish early, but that is subject to change, especially with the holidays coming up. Good grief. It is hard to get anything done during the holidays, isn't it? Have I done this correctly? Yes. All right. And I think I had a hard time when I decided to start live streaming. I actually decided a while ago that I was going to give it a try, and I didn't actually try it until yesterday. And part of that was because I felt like I wasn't being true to what I was originally starting the channel with, which is strange. Like, it's my channel, so honestly I should do what I feel like doing, but it was strange. And I still often want to knit and crochet, and I will. I just cannot do it with the same commitment because it hurts. Okay. That is where I have to end that one, or we're going crazy wild into the other pages. Do I have more on this page? I have 6 more. Where are they? Fibs. Oh my gosh. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. They are like all the way over here. So I'm definitely not going to get to those with this thread. All right, and this one. Give it a little snip. Hi-ya. I think that one is short enough. That will be the end of that thread. All right, put you away. Now, what are we going to work on? Oh, wise chart. Hearts. I think there's hearts in, oh no, they're a different heart. There are hearts in her leg, but it's an unfilled heart versus a filled heart. All right, 782. All right, we have now a golden orange, Maybe a saffron color? Maybe? If I'm thinking of saffron, or is saffron kind of red? It's a golden orange though. Think of it like that gold you see sometimes in sunsets. Or I feel like saffron's red. Or no, it doesn't. It's too gold for a sunflower. I think that sunflowers is more yellow. Can't think of anything else to liken this to. Unsure. Here we go. This one was at least easy to find. Gonna have to get back over into that foot at some point. Those light colors. I'm currently wearing those glasses that help with the blue light, because oh boy, looking at the screens a lot sure does wreak havoc on my eyeballs. And I'm getting old, so there's that. I wouldn't go so far as to say I'm old just yet, but I sure am working on it. You know, I think some of my tabletop games should be starting up again, hopefully soon. Then I can tell riveting recaps of my games for you. I know not everybody's into that. I love it though. And the stories that come out of it just crack me up. One of them was the character, that damn panda, he's playing Tiberius, the skeleton. And we've all joked for so long about how old he is, because I don't remember how it started. That he'd just been around forever, and then he was really, really old, an old ancient skeleton, and then there was a part of the game where people had to reveal secrets. And he revealed that he wasn't really that old. Oh no, the lies we were told. Thought we were following along one of our elders. But we weren't. And the person, janitor's playing Beaker, who is a blind, not fully blind, I don't think, but a partially blind alchemist. But every time he's playing, he says he's not liking it, but it turns out like he hadn't leveled up his character. So he was playing like a phenomenally weakened character compared to the levels that we were fighting at. Oh my goodness. It's like, well, no wonder you didn't like your character. You nerfed it so much. Let's see. Who else have we got? We've got Rabid Test Subject. He's playing a tanuki, which basically is, I think he has it as a raccoon, or is it a red panda? I can't remember now. But he can shapeshift into all kinds of things. And my goodness, some of the shenanigans he's gotten into doing that. I think like he made himself a coin at one point. Why did we have him do that? Nobody knows. Did he just do it for the laughs? Probably. And then I always call him Captain. That is not his name, but he's playing Rusty. I call him Captain because that was like the first character that he played that I knew him as, and so just in my head he's always Captain. Someone will call him by like his, you know, on-screen name, and who? I'm Captain, you mean? Anyway, he's playing Rusty, who is an archer, and he has like this. It's funny because as an archer, you get a pet basically that can help you, but instead of choosing some sort of animal, probably because I get really wound up when the animals die. But no, that's I'm the main character. I had nothing to do with his decision. But anyway, he chose a zombie for his pet. So he's got a zombie, and his name is Frank. And it turns out Frank is actually the main character. Everything about our story revolves around Frank. That's what we think anyway. We'll get to the end and find out that Frank was the reason for it all. Good or bad, I don't know, but he was the reason. Alright, that's it for that color for right now. I think there's more later on. Oh, no. There's one stitch later. Oof. It's probably all the way on the other side, isn't it? Yep. One ninja stitch. Perfect. Out in the middle of nowhere. Well, we'll get there eventually, won't we? Alright. 3852. 3852. Ooh, I have to sneeze again. Let's see if I can do this without sneezing. Say no. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to blame being able to not thread the needle on my allergy medicine. I don't think that's true. Oh no. Hiya. Oh, that one wasn't too bad. Okay, I'm gonna step away for just a second because I have to, you know, deal with my allergies. I'll be right back. All right, we'll see how long it lasts this time before I have to do it again. Who knows? All right, we've got a big chunk, but it's got random little singlets inside of it that have to be left open. So here we go. How about I stitch on screen? You know, camera's gotta move. That'll be the next big upgrade. I think I need a stand for that though, so I'm gonna have to go get a stand. I'm trying to figure out what camera ultimately that you want to get, because not that long ago when I was doing on my purchased a new camera, and it just was not doing what I wanted it to do. It didn't have automatic focus, which was incredibly frustrating. And the colors that it was picking up on was crazy. You know, because I know there's some difference between the camera and what it looks like in person. But the differences with that camera was crazy. So right now I'm just using my webcam. But someday I would like to get a decent camera. So that you can actually see what I'm doing a little bit better. Like, at least to me, it looks on screen, it looks like I'm sitting in fog. I don't know if that's what it looks like to you, but it's a very foggy day here in the house. Oh, goodness. Oh. It's actually not. It is a beautiful day outside today. Clear skies. Although this time of year, clear skies usually means cooler weather because the clouds keep it nice and cozy and warm. All right, time to cut that tail. Oh no! I did a stitch I wasn't supposed to do. See, I told you there was like little random single stitches that you don't do. I was just filling everything in. Gotta frog it. I still don't know why we call it frogging it in cross stitch. I have to imagine it's because of a pullover from other hobbies like knitting and crochet. Although I've heard various reasons of why it's called frogging, at least in knitting and crochet. I don't know about cross stitch. But in knitting and crochet, one theory that I heard was because the sound that it makes when you're pulling out the thread at a quick rate sounds kind of like a frog. That, you know, I can't. I could try and replicate it, but it wouldn't, you know. And then the other theory I heard is that when you're frogging, what do you do with the thread? You rip it out. So you rip it and rip it and rip it, which ribbit, frog. So I guess you can pick your favorite version and tell everyone that's obviously the way it is. Let's see. What would be my favorite version? Probably the sound. Like as you're pulling it out quickly, it sounds like a frog. Because by saying rip it, that's so very much just the English language. Oh, you know what? Maybe frog sounds like another word for in another language to take it out. I don't know. I need to watch. One of my favorite things to watch this time of year is Hocus Pocus. I need to watch that. Pulling it off stream again. And I also really want to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. But that one always feels like when I watch it at Halloween, it feels too Christmassy. And then when I watch it at Christmas, it feels too Halloween-y. funny word. Well, it's not a word, but you know it. Oh, goodness. What time is it? Oh, and we're getting close. I'm probably going to end in about 20 minutes. Why? That must be why I'm getting a million knots. I like how I said I never really get knots, but I'm getting a ton of knots. Why do you think that is? Maybe I was just fibbing this whole time and I just like to believe I don't get knots. This is the last one on this row. Upsy daisy to the next row. More animal fuzz. Well, that one's not going to go away. This was why people use tweezers. There we go. All right. This is a nice big long line of stitches. I'm going to get crack-a-lackin' all the way to the, get to do this whole row until I hit another stitch. I have to check at the end to see how many stitches I got in during the stream. How many did I say I started with? Was it 13, 30, 33? I don't know. So I won't even know how much to subtract. Alright, well, I told you we'd see how long it took. Place your bets, because I have to sniffle again. There we go. Sniffling accomplished. More to come. Pretty soon I'll be able to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for Halloween. Oh, goodness. Is it disconcerting to anyone else that Halloween is out in the middle of summer now and Christmas has been out for a month already? Like decorations and stuff. Especially since I've been pulling back from so much of that. I just... buy more, buy more. No, thank you. Okay, I need to go 2 over from where I am currently stitching. So 1, 2. Oh, I hear this lo-fi a lot. It is obviously royalty free, but I do like it, so that's good news at least. I think So these are all, I think they're supposed to be flowers. And it might become more clear up. And I was convinced that they were going to look just like polka dots. But they look a little better than I thought they would. I don't know. Maybe they, it's fine. I like the way it looks. Does it look exactly like the artwork? No. No, it does not. But that's okay. We will never achieve the Amy Brown greatness. We can only try. Ooh, this thread is getting short, I just realized. Will I be able to finish this row? Because I go all the way to the end, so it would be nice. It is just about my lunchtime. So I'm looking forward to that. Probably just going to have some leftover pasta. Oh, it's going to be close. This thread is getting short. I only have 2 stitches in this row. You can do it. Oof, one more. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Yes. And I just barely have enough to pin it down. Get in there. Get in there, little loop. Haha. Mission accomplished. Da, da, da. Alright. There we go. Pop. Oh, that keyboard got all wackadoodle. Obviously the kitten's fault. Oh, time for a single stitch. It says there are 3 on this whole page, and the other 2 are way on the other side. At least I can do the other 2 together. But this one's just a single. 780. Here we go. Threading that needle. First try. Yeah. Let's go. Awesome. Alright, where is this random little, right here. Oh, I got stuck. Where is it? Right there. I don't think you can see it. Nah. Got one little stitch to put in there. Obviously, if I didn't put it in, the entire piece would be ruined. You know what's funny? Sometimes when there's not a stitch, it is very easy to see that there's a hole there. And sometimes you would never, ever know if you didn't stitch it. Cross stitch is funny that way. Sometimes I feel like there's just, it is so completely predictable and unpredictable all at the same time. I'm trying. I have to sniffle again, but I only have a few minutes left of the stream, so I'm trying to hold out. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Tuck in that little thread a little bit. Okay. We'll save that because there's only 2 stitches. I can get 2 stitches out of that thread for sure. Oh, I think this one has 2 whole stitches on the page. At least they're close together. Can do them at the same time. All right, this one back. Next color is 435. How would I describe this? It's a brownish gold. Very, I don't know, kind of dirt colored. As if dirt doesn't come in a million colors. That reminds me of another game. When I first started DMing for people online, I was a nervous wreck. I don't know why. I was so nervous, but I was. And there was a whole, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, where I'd talked about dirt. What? Oh man, game gold right there. Who doesn't want to play a game and talk about dirt? Oh, I'm laughing too hard to thread this needle. Okay. Oh no, that was good. That's a good memory. That's funny. Look at that. I don't know if it was the first try because I was laughing too hard the first try, but pretty close. Oh, see, I did sniffle. Oh, dang it. I tried. Okay, this stitch goes down here. I've only got the 2, so I'm going to have to anchor this because I just don't have enough that's going to lock it in. Don't worry. Bump. Worry very much. I just bumped the microphone. Peak streaming. Pulling the thing back so you can't see it. Bumping the mic. Sniffling. Alright. And then I come up here, but I'm going to have to cut this because I put it right where the stitch goes. Oop, scissors stuck to the magnet. If I played bingo, that would absolutely be on the bingo board. It would happen all the time. It'd be like a free square. Get the scissors stuck to the magnet. Alright, I have to anchor this one down too. Please don't knot up. Don't be naughty. Oh, no, make her stop. Make her get off the internet. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Done. Hiya. 435. My dirt color. Golden dirt. Mark those off. My next color is going to be 612. $6.12 is a greenish color. Has a gold undertone, goldish green. Reminds me of like a vegetable stalk. Kind of like the yellowy part of celery almost. I see why now they haven't given these names, these colors names. 2 stitches on the whole page. Oh my gosh. And they're not close to each other. Single ninja stitch. Here I come. I decided I was not going to put the thread tail that way, so I had to redo it. Here we go. One single fascinating ninja stitch. And that is probably where I'll end it for today once I'm done. Look at that beautiful ninja stitch. Hey, they all have to be done, right? Piece would look really weird if you didn't do all of them. Could probably get away with not doing some of them, let's be real, but if you didn't do all the ninja stitches, it would look strange. I do wonder about the charting of that though. Couldn't it have been a different color that was already there? Apparently not. Okay, so I'm going to put this color away. And I'm going to end it there. Let's see how many stitches I got in during this. Well, mostly during the stream. There were some that I did in advance. Let's see, I've done 189 stitches so far. So thanks for spending some time with me and helping me get to my goal. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm at 32.39%. So a few more of these and I'll be 1/3 done. Isn't that exciting? You know, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a really great time and it's so nice to get to chat with people. And yeah, thanks. Have a great day. Goodbye.